Dating apps have ruined modern dating, but not in the way that you think. Because here's the truth. Dating apps are a skill-based matchmaking system that rewards women and punishes men, especially average men. It's not that men are doing it wrong, it's that the system is stacked against them. And in this video, I'm going to explain why dating apps are fucked for men using actual data, and explain how this affects modern dating, relationships, and men's mental health. And also, how can you find a way to win in this unfair system? So let's start with the cold hard data, and this is gonna make you wanna throw up. Women match 10 to 15 times more than men. On Tinder, women had a 30.7% match rate, while men had a 2.6% match rate. That's like so bad. That means that the average woman matches with 3 out of every 10 guys that she likes, and the average man matches with 1 out of every 40 women he likes. And he's also probably dropping his standards. It's not equal opportunity dating, it's a complete structural imbalance. Because another problem is that the user base is predominantly men. Bumble is 67% men, Tinder is 75% men. So this just creates a supply and demand nightmare if you're a guy. It's the age-old problem. There's too many men, not enough women. And here's another problem. Women swipe right far less than men, and yet they get significantly more matches. That doesn't make sense. Women only swipe right on 5% of guys, whereas men swipe right on 60 to 70% of profiles. Yet women still get significantly more matches. I mean, these 3 statistics alone explain everything you need to know about why dating apps are cooked. Women have the power of choice, men are competing in an overcrowded marketplace, and the algorithm only rewards high performers, not, your average guy. This is why dating apps feel just unfair, and it's because they are. So here's how dating apps became skill-based matchmaking. Dating apps don't match people based on their compatibility. They match people based on their performance. Just like in a competitive video game, the algorithm tracks swipe through rates, match through rates, who likes you versus who ignores you, where you sit in the desirable ranking. High performers get pushed to the front of the line, whereas low performers are completely invisible. And this creates this self-reinforcing hierarchy. The top 10% of men get 80% of the matches. They get rewarded, boosted, and are shown the best profiles, where average men get pushed down and lowered in visibility. And it's not because the average man is undesirable, but it's a male-heavy competitive environment, and the algorithm only shows the top guys. And here's the real problem. It's that average women on these apps perform as if they're these top tier users because demand for women is so much higher. An average woman's profile looks like a top 10% men's profile. This is why women say, oh, I get so many matches, men must have it so easy. And men say, I get ignored constantly, women have insanely high standards. And both are kind of correct, and the system only amplifies these things. Ultimately, all of this creates a psychological impact on men. Dating apps unintentionally cause 3 major psychological consequences for modern men. 1, men feel invisible. When you swipe for months and get no results, it's not just rejection. It's a complete void. It's silence, which is way worse. 2, men assume that there's something wrong with them. But the issue isn't the individual man, it's just the math behind the algorithm. You can't win a numbers game when the numbers are stacked 70-30 against you. 3, men stop approaching women in real life. Why would a man approach a woman in real life when the digital world already told you that you don't qualify, you don't meet the standards? And not to be dramatic, but this does lead to a modern crisis. Men are giving up, women are very confused, what's new? And dating is collapsing. So why do women thrive? Well, this part is very simple. On dating apps, women operate in abundance. Average women get more matches, more messages, more selection, and more confidence. And most importantly, apps pretty much only show them the top tier men because those male profiles perform the best and get boosted. So an average woman's baseline for what she wants in a man is men with 6 packs, high heat photos, professional careers, perfect smiles, attractive lighting and editing, and all this does is shift expectations upward. Meanwhile, the average man is competing in like a Hunger Games style tournament where only the fittest survive. It's pretty fucked up. All of this is unfortunate, but what can men actually do about this? This is the part that every guy cares about. Well, to start, you have to understand the game you're playing. Dating apps are not romantic platforms, they're competition. Once you understand the rules, you can stop blaming yourself or feeling sorry for yourself, and you can improve the controllables. On these apps, aesthetic skills matter. Photos, lighting, grooming, clothing, angles, composition, and bio clarity. The men who win treat these apps like a portfolio showcase, not a selfie dump with, you holding your fish, which is pretty cool actually, but women don't think so. You can also increase your real life exposure. Approach anxiety destroys more opportunities than rejection on a dating app ever will. In real life, it becomes an equal playing field. Personality matters more, appearance matters less, competition is lower, and women feel safer. If dating apps are a rigged casino, then real life is where the odds are at least somewhat even. It's like blackjack, where it's like 49% to 51%. These odds are the best you're gonna get. And finally, maybe the most important part, build yourself and become a high value man. Because here's the truth, dating apps amplify what you actually are. They don't create value for you, they measure your value. And again, that's kind of fucked up, but it's reality. The more you improve your lifestyle, your fitness, your confidence, and your purpose, the more the digital world begins to shift in your favor. So here's the final message that men need to hear. Dating apps aren't evil. They're just optimized for efficiency, not fairness. And in that optimization, something changed. Average women became hyper visible, and average men became invisible. But fortunately, you're not cursed to invisibility forever. You're not cooked, it's not over for you. Because in the real world, confidence, presence, leadership, humor, and purpose still matter far more than swiping mechanics. So don't take digital rejection personally. It's skewed anyway. Instead, build a life that makes you an impressive man and undeniable, whether you're online or offline.